Quran is the word of Allah revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, approximately 1400 years ago in Arabia. God is known as Allah in Islam. He is the one and only one. He has no partners, no son, no family. He is the most merciful, the most compassionate, the owner of the day of judgment. No vision can grasp him. He is the creator and sustainer of all the worlds, whether those worlds are known or unknown to mankind. The Noble Quran is Allah's guidance to all mankind. This revelation orders a way of life for humanity to gain the grace of Allah, the Almighty. The Quran also describes the rewards and punishments for obedience and disobedience to Allah's commands. The Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in Arabic. However, translations in all languages are available. The preservation of the Noble Quran is a miracle of Islam. The purpose of the Quran is to provide guidance to mankind. But in this noble book, the Creator also has subtly revealed aspects or properties of his creations. The study of his physical worlds, his creatures, and the laws which govern them are generally known as sciences. For example, space sciences, the topic of this video, explain the character of the sun, moon, planets, and stars. Medical sciences provide knowledge about the human body and its functions. Let me emphasize again that the Noble Quran is not a book of science. It is a book of guidance to all mankind, provided by Allah, the Most Merciful. Through the Quran, Allah orders scientists, engineers, doctors, economists, and other people of understanding to probe and analyze his creations and their governing laws. This rational exploration of the worlds leads to further admiration of his unlimited power and strengthens our belief in him. Let us read the ayah from the Quran, Surah 3, ayah 190. In the creation of the skies and the earth, and the alteration between night and daylight, there are signs for prudent persons. The correct name for the Quranic statement is ayah, and not verse. The Quran is not a poem. When the Noble Quran was revealed, human knowledge of astronomy was limited. Hence, many of the Quranic ayahs about the stars, planets, and the skies were not properly interpreted. As human knowledge has advanced through centuries of research, the meanings of the Quranic ayahs about space have expanded and are more clear today than they have ever been. It is exciting to discover that the modern theories and test results are in harmony with Quranic descriptions. All scientific theories are man-made. Thus, these theories are imperfect and may evolve over time. In case of any conflict between the Quranic ayahs and scientific theories or results, the Noble Quran prevails. The meanings of the Quranic ayahs are ever expanding as human knowledge continues to increase through the ages. The Muslim civilization made a great contribution to the development of science and technology during the time when the European civilization had sunk into darkness. Algebra was developed by the Arab Muslims. The concept of zero, though invented by an Indian mathematician, was implemented by the Caliph Harun al-Rashid of Baghdad. Khalifa ibn Abil Mahasin, who lived in 1256 AD, was the greatest eye doctor of that time. The most famous name in medicine was Abu Marwan of Seville, Spain during the 11th century, and was known as Avenzoar in Europe. A Greek physicist, Abul Fatal Kuzimi, proposed the theory of gravitation as a universal force in 1122 AD. Abu Muhammad ibn Baitar of Malaga, Spain, published his book on botany in 1190 AD, which remained the authoritative treatise on the subject until the 16th century. The Islamic civilization developed such scientific terms as algebra, Arabic numerals, cipher, azimuth, alembic, zenith, and the almanac. Muslims also excelled in astronomy. They built sophisticated astronomical observatories for the study of stars and planets. The names of Nasir Tusi and Ulugh Beg are well known in Muslim astronomy. The famous Giralda Tower of Seville, Spain, was the minaret of the Grand Mosque and also an observatory where the astronomer Jabir worked and wrote his book, Correction of Almagest, in 1240 A.D. In 1081 A.D., Ibrahim al-Sadi of Valencia, Spain, constructed the oldest known celestial globe, a brass sphere 81.5 inches in diameter. Its surface was carved with 47 constellations and 1,015 stars of different magnitudes. Ptolemy of Europe had explained the motions of stars with his theory of epicycles and eccentrics. However, Abu Ishaq of Cordoba University disproved Ptolemaic theory. This paved the way for Copernicus, who hypothesized that the sun was stationary and the earth in motion. The Islamic State was also the world leader in hospitals. Damascus hospitals provided free treatment and medications for 3 centuries, starting in 1160 A.D. American historian Will Durant wrote in his book, The Age of Faith, that the Islamic civilization of Spain was an honor to mankind. After the decline of Muslim power, the scientific and technological knowledge accrued by the Islamic State was adopted by Christian Europe. The European civilization then developed modern scientific theories based on knowledge they acquired from the Islamic civilization. Copernicus, Galileo, Newton, and Einstein are the giants of modern astronomy and the space sciences. In the 20th century, the accomplishments in space are at the highest level in human history. The United States of America must be praised for its role in this achievement. Manned landing of the moon, the Viking spacecrafts landing on Mars, the Voyager's journey beyond the solar system, Magellan's successful mission to Venus and mapping of that planet, the space shuttle, the plans to build space stations. All these have added new pages to the history of man's accomplishments. Space exploration is one of the noblest works yet, demonstrating that the creation of Allah is being better understood with the passage of time. The Noble Quran, Ayah 1. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Ayah 2. Praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds. As this last ayah notes, Allah has created numerous worlds, not just one. Our Earth is one of the many worlds that Allah has created. Modern sciences have revealed that our Earth is one of 9 planets which swim around a medium star, the Sun. Some planets have moons orbiting around them. The entity is known as a solar system. Our solar system is an extremely small part of a group of stars known as the Milky Way galaxy. This galaxy has an estimated 400 billion stars, large and small. It would take 100,000 years to travel from one extreme of the galaxy to the other at the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. The astronomers estimate that there are millions of galaxies, some larger than the Milky Way. All of the galaxies, and all that is between them, constitute the universe known to man. Allah is the Lord, the Creator, the Cherisher, and Sustainer of the entire universe and its contents, both known and unknown to mankind. There are creations we do not see. There may be skies we do not see. As stated in the Quran, there are 7 skies, the lowest one having been decorated with stars. Now, let us look at our Earth and ourselves in comparison with the immense and huge space and its galaxies and stars. We are quite insignificant. We are not the only creations Allah takes care of. The Noble Quran, Surah 40, Ayah 57. Assuredly, the creation of the skies and the earth is a greater matter than the creation of men, yet most men understand not. He takes care of billions of worlds at the same time. Surah 41, Ayah 11. Then he soared up to sky while it was still haze, and told both it and the earth, "Come," either obediently or reluctantly. They both said, "We shall come willingly." The word haze is the key word here. This alludes to the presence of gas and dust clouds in space before the galaxy formation started. Muslims believe that Allah ordered the formation of the universe. The universe submitted to His laws in strict obedience. The statement that the earth and the skies came together in willing obedience may be telling us the same laws govern throughout the universe, including the earth. The Quran offers truth about the process of creation of the universe by Allah, who conceived this grand design. The Noble Quran, Surah 32, Ayah 4. It is Allah who has created the skies and the earth, and all between them in 6 days, and firmly established on the throne of authority. You have none besides Him to protect or intercede for you. Will you not then receive admonition? Here the Quran describes the creation of the universe within the context of time. The words 6 days are the key. A day in the Earth's time frame is the period in which the Earth completes one revolution around its axis. The Quran here refers to conditions before the Earth and Sun were created. Hence, the 6 days are not days as we measure them. They represent long periods of time, perhaps millions of years. The number 6 may also represent stages in the process of creation. The modern scientific theories conclude that space contained gases and clouds before the formation of galaxies. The most widely accepted theory, called the Big Bang theory, formulated during the 1900s, describes that the cosmic expansion was initiated 20 billion years ago. About 1 million years after the Big Bang explosion, the universe looked almost opaque, as if it were a huge cloud of fog. The word haze in the Noble Quran may be referring to this state. As the temperatures dropped, hydrogen gas was formed. A sudden lowering of the pressure resulted in the compression of gases, which induced gravitational collapse and ultimately formed galaxies. The stars were formed due to fragmentation of gaseous clouds. Our Sun is an average hydrogen-burning star. The modern view of the formation of the solar system is that a slowly rotating gas cloud, or nebula, existed for tens of millions of years. The cloud finally collapsed and developed a dense, slowly rotating, opaque core, which was destined to become the Sun. It was surrounded by a rotating disk of gas, which contained dust particles and gas atoms. The disk's own gravity helped to form asteroids, which accumulated more matter and became planets and moons. The comets and meteors also resulted from the particles. All these theories and observations point to a central theme: the presence of a gaseous, hazy environment before the creation of the celestial bodies started. The operation and maintenance of the system is under His law and command. It's very interesting to find in the Quran that Earth was an integral part of the other bodies in the universe at one time. Surah 21, Ayah 30. Have not those who disbelieve seen how skies and earth were once one solid mass which we ripped apart? We have made every living thing out of water. Will they still not believe? It may be noted that in revealing the Quran 1400 years ago, Allah, the Almighty, alluded to the expanding universe. Here is that ayah from the Quran, Surah 51, Ayah 47. The sky we have built firmly, and we are extending it. It was during the 1900s that a famous scientist, Edwin Hubble, discovered through observations and experimentation that all galaxies are receding from one another. Based